special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom, boom. I appreciate the support. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We rolling. We getting into them, man. I appreciate everybody who rocking with me, man. We on the verge of 80K, man. We gonna need 20 more K, man, and we gonna get there to 100K. We gonna be certified, plaque on the wall. Next stop, million. Yeah, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. We ain't setting our mark low, man. We setting our mark high. We trying to do what we trying to do. We trying to spread this positive energy, this positive message all around the world. And we ain't gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop, man. So shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound that's rocking with me, man. I appreciate the love for real. Oh man, today gonna be a wild one. Today is going to be a wild one, man. I don't know what made me think about this. It came up in my mind, man. So when the name or something like that pop up in my mind, it just spark all these memories that's associated with the name. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know where to start with this one, because this one, you know, so many places and can weave off into so many other different stories, which I'm sure y'all would let me know in the comments. But I ain't sure what I was gonna name this video, so I'm not sure what his name while I'm doing it. But whatever name is on it, I'm quite sure it's probably gonna have something to do with righteous, because that's what this video is about, man. This video is about a dude named Righteous, man, and he's called himself Righteous because at one point in time he was a 5%er. And the 5% always give their self names like that. They give their self them attributes, names like, you know, righteous, you know, outstanding, you know, these type of names they associate with their self when they follow that 5% religion. And, you know, just like any other religion, they got rules and regulations and this and that and the third. Well, Righteous, at first, when I first met Righteous through going down to the gym. And when I go down to the gym, you know, I hit the bag, you know, I jump rope and stuff like that. A lot of dudes be playing basketball. But I be, you know, over there with the heavy bag and stuff like that and working out in the corner. So Righteous used to come over there a lot and hit the bag, right? Now he had a mean one-hitter quitter now. I ain't gonna lie. He could thump the bag, man, you know. And he was a light-skinned dude. I believe he was mixed. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was a mix of black and white, right? But he was like one of those high, light-skinned type of cats, man. And from what I heard from him being on the other side, you know, of the block, what I'm in one side, he on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, got 80-something people here, 80-something people over there, separated by salad port in a booth. You know, front salad port, back salad port, booth in the middle. Person in the booth can watch both sides, you know, so that just said, you know, right there, you know, one person supposed to be watching, you know, almost 200 people, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's crazy in itself. But anyway, and you know, the rumor was that Righteous was on the other side, man, fighting a lot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, getting into it, bang, bang, boom, you know, and winning, you know what I'm saying, and winning. He had a couple of wins under his belt, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I really knew him from. I really didn't know him too much more than that about what they said about him, this, that, and the third. Okay, around this time, man, we talking like, I don't know, man. I can't say for sure. I know I'm in the right vicinity. It's like, because I was on Nottaway, so we talking, you know, late in my bit, right before I get out. So you talking 20, this was between 2016, I would say, in 2016, 2018, or either 2017, 2019, right up in between there when this incident was occurring. Okay, around about this time, this person came on the block, right? Moved, got transferred there from another institution. I can remember going downstairs, you know, going to the phone because people was gone to lunch, and I don't usually, you know, like I say, I don't mess with the chow hall like that. Usually, I'll stay in there, work out, or either use that time to use the phone while people gone, this, that, and the third. So I go down there to get on the phone, and the new person that had moved in had came in, so they didn't go to lunch neither because they wanted to jump on the phone. I guess, you know, you call your people and tell them, you know, I'm here now, because whenever you get transferred, you don't know where you're going till you get there. So I guess they wanted to jump on the phone and call their people. So the phone that I'm on is by the microwave. The phone that they on is right across from me, like probably like 10 feet away. So as I'm on this phone and I'm looking at this person, and you always look at people that come in on your block, man, because you got to know who it is. It's a new person. You got to be aware of your surroundings. It might be somebody you ran into, you know, anything like that before. So you got to take all of that in consideration and take a look at the person and see who it is, because that person could be a potential or old enemy or potential enemy or threat or whatever. So you got to pay attention to that. So as I'm looking at this person, they looking at me, and I can tell that they looking at me. And it's some type of resemblance that I know this person from somewhere, but I just can't place it. But I do know for a fact I know him from somewhere. But I'm not trying to stir neither, you know. So I'm trying to, you know. But every now and then I'm glancing, and I'm like, I know this when they looking at me. So boom, when I get off the phone, I get off the phone before they do. So when I get off the phone, I'm walking away, but I glance again, and then as I'm going up the stairs, it dawned on me. I said, oh, no, I know that can't be who I think it is. So as I'm going up, I turn around and I come back down, and I walk over towards the microwave just to glance again, and I look, and when I look, they were looking at me, and they say, Banky. And I say, yeah. I say, Chicago. They say, yeah. I said, man, what in the world? When I knew Chicago had been locked up or probably long as me or even longer, you know what I'm saying, you know, going by when I first met her. Now, Chicago is a boy, you know what I'm saying? He may not look like one, but he is, you know what I'm saying? He wear the fade, haircut, dark skin, you know, the shave, bumps and all of that. And he, you know, he looked like a dude, you know what I'm saying? Only way you know they gay if you know him and you know, and they would talk feminine and gay, but nothing about him looked like that. But the reason I know Chicago is because Chicago had a long time man that like anybody been in the system a long time knowing. Chicago and Radar. They was a couple, they've been a couple on several different institutions. They've been through a whole lot of stuff together. Man, they ride or die. I might end up having to do a story about Chicago and Radar too. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But y'all might have heard about Radar and Chicago before through, you know, Jay Williams. I think he spoke about them before. Jay Williams, let's live life. Salute to him. But anyway, that was Chicago. So I knew Chicago because Radar is known in the system. Radar known for a lot of things, but that's one of them. But he known for a lot of things. Radar thorough dude. He'll put that work in. And I always been cool with Radar. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew Chicago, you know, through association with Radar. But it had easily been there over 20-something years since I knew him. So I was like, hey, man, where you just came from? And I forgot what institution they said they came from and everything. So first thing I asked, where Radar at? Oh, Radar, you know, they still on Greenfield. You know, they the maintenance man working on the maintenance, woo, 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 woo. I said, y'all still in touch? And the first thing he said, oh, you know that for life, you know what I'm saying? So I said, yeah. I said, well, what you doing coming? He said, I ain't got nothing but like, you know, less than a year and a half left. I was like, what? He said, yeah, they only had a year and a half left. They was going to mandatory to get out. So I'm like, oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So now you got Chicago on the block and told you how he is. A lot of people that's new in the system and they don't know him, they may look at him and may not be hip, may not understand that this is what he into. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell already there's going to be some stuff going on in there. So as time went on, you know, I told my celly Jerry, you know what I'm saying, who he was and what he was. And Jerry, you know, he low-key, you know, deep old voice, old junkie Jerry. Don't surprise me. I said, yeah, man, I'm just letting you know, woo, woo, woo. So, like I said, things like that go on, man, when people come to new camps and they can change their identity or whatever. Not saying that Chicago want to do that, because Chicago was well known. Everybody knew what they was that have been doing time. But I'm saying these younger dudes or whatever, they may look at them, and Chicago will fool them, and they think Chicago just cool in the gang, and then they find out, he gay, then they might feel some type of way like, man, you got me talking to you, you gay. But Chicago will put some work in too. Chicago will fight. Chicago and Radar have put mad work in. Mad work in, you know what I'm saying? They done got it in. So it ain't like Chicago scared, it ain't like they no coward or nothing. They just gay. You understand? So I remember, man, as weeks and stuff went on, man, I used to cut Chicago hair too, cutting his hair, just running his mouth, telling about where he been, the things he been through, the places he been, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember maybe about a month and something later, Righteous had got to fighting over there, went to jail. So when Righteous get out of jail, Righteous move over to our block. So when Righteous come in our block, you know what I'm saying, I can remember cut Chicago hair one time, and Chicago turned around and was saying, like, looking at Righteous saying, yeah, I like him. I like him. And I'm cutting his hair and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I like him, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, dude gonna beat you to death in here, man. You don't know dude, man. Dude, the 5%er, man. Dude just came from next door from, you know what I'm saying, busting dudes up. He be fighting. I'm telling you now, you pull up on him with that foolishness, he gonna give you the business, you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, I can remember looking me straight up, turned around like they want to come there and say, nah, he like that. I said, man, y'all be on some other stuff, man. Go ahead, tell me, man. Let me finish your hair. Y'all be, all right, I'm telling you, man, he like that. And I can remember him saying that and me thinking in my mind, first time I said, I just had that vision. I envisioned that I could see Righteous knocking his head off. He pull up with Righteous on that foolishness, right? But as I'm saying, though, time went on, I'm paying attention to the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the situation. I'm paying attention to the situation. So, next thing you know, I see Chicago talking to him. And he talking to Chicago. Chicago will go over there sometime and stand by the cell and they just be chopping it up. Now, this is unnormal for a dude like, you know what I'm saying? This is unnormal for a dude like him because he a 5%er. So it's unnormal for a dude like him, you understand, to do this. But at the same time, I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it. So I'm like, and I just had it in my mind from what Chicago had first said. So I don't say nothing. I stay on out the way. So, this prison though. So as time go on, rumors start to, circulating and stuff because, you see you stand over there at the cell, you go to their cell, stand in front of the cell, talk. They go to your cell, stand in front of the cell, talk. Now by him being a 5%er and the rumor got around, so now them 5%ers done got down on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? What you doing, you can't be doing that, man, if you woo. So I heard that, they had a standoff or whatever. I told you, he a rumper. They had a standoff or whatever. Then he just said, well, he ain't no 5% no more because ain't nobody going to be telling him what to do. So more or less, they ostracized him. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a couple of dudes in the block making little quirky remarks to him and this, that, and the third. Man, he tell one dude, and this dude was known for putting in a little work and rumble too. He tell the dude, man, don't keep under your mouth, man. Don't keep whispering about me. I heard you whispering about me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dude was like, what's up? He said, man, we can get it popping. You know what I'm saying? What cell? Said, let's go. Man, they go in the cell. They in there joint for a good 6-7 minutes. All you heard is pump, 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 pump. Man, Righteous put it on him. You understand me? He came out with a little doohickey on his face, but he bust Shorty up, man. He bust him up decent, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, this dude, he was known to fight as well. You know what I'm saying? Bust him up decent. So, now he get a little respect in the block, because he had respect in the other block. But, like I say, this prison, you got to show and prove all the time. You ain't gonna get away with running your mouth. So now he got a little bit of recognition in the pod. Man, it won't 2 weeks later, man. He got to argue with another dude about some laundry stuff, and boop, 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 put it on him. You know what I'm saying? And these fights is you getting away with. Ain't nobody going to jail or nothing. Dudes getting bust up, healed up, and keep it pushing. You know, see what I'm saying? So now he done whooped 2 dudes in the block and he ain't even been in there a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he doing now, dudes is whispering, but they not trying to let him hear because they feel like, okay, yeah, then they done already put 2 and 2 together that Chicago, he straight gay. You know what I'm saying? So now you got dudes that's whispering, but they ain't want to hear because they know he'll approach and he'll want to fight. And they won't really look for that smoke because, like I say, Youngin had a one-hitter quitter now. If he catch you, he gonna hurt you. You know, so that more or less kept them at bay to, you know what I'm saying, whispering or out loud about him. And then, man, well, if they weren't whispering then, they was gonna start whispering because the next thing you know, man, Righteous done up and moved out of his cell and moved in the cell with Chicago. Yeah, once he made that move, it was all over, you know what I'm saying? The gig was up. Everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. But once he moved in the cell, they didn't, you know, whenever they were congregating or talking or doing whatever it was they was doing, they do it in the cell. It won't like, you know, when you see most of them couples like that, when they come out, they go to eat together. They, you know, sit out in the park together. They go out on the yard and walk together. They weren't doing all that. I guess now that they was in the cell together, whatever they was doing, they was in the cell. When they came out the cell, they went their own separate ways. So it was more so a lot of speculation, but, you know, the speculation was supported by him making that move. So now you got the 5%ers, they down on them, you know, telling them, you know what I'm saying, you can't be telling nobody, you know, 5% no more, you can't use the name Righteous no more, woo, woo, woo. So he more or less saying, okay, I'm telling people I ain't no 5% no more, but my name still gonna be Righteous. So they had a problem with that, you know what I'm saying, and he was holding his ground saying, yeah, that's you know, that's what my name is. You know, if somebody trying to, you know, do something to me about it, then come on with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. It was getting crazier. So he still wanted to go by the name. Other dudes was you know, more informed, or word was put out there, man. Don't be calling him Righteous no more, man. He ain't no Righteous. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the only name anybody know him by since I know him. Excuse me, I ain't never known nobody called him nothing else. I met him as that, so you know what I'm saying. So it was crazy with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't, you know, I watch and I try to stay out of the business. Now Chicago, more or less, is an old timer because they've been locked up. You know, dudes have been locked up long as us over 20 years, 30, 25, 30 years. You know, we consider old timers. So even though Chicago was like he didn't act like that with dudes like me. He ain't gonna act like that with dudes like Jerry or old timers because he know the rules of the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Even though you like that, when you talking to a man, you conduct yourself like a man, act like a man. Ain't nobody trying to be with all of that foolishness that you doing. But if you come correct, then, you know, you could be cool with him because at the end of the day, he'll do. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's from Chicago, so he had a lot of crazy stories too about Chicago. But anyway, so now as time go on, and I remember I told y'all, Jerry, my celly, Junkie Jerry, is, you know, the #1 winemaker on the compound. You know what I'm saying? I need some more. I'm talking too much. But I ain't right now. So being that Jerry is the #1 man, and Jerry will sell his wine sometime, but to specific people. Because every now and then, like I say, Jerry, he might want smoke, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna take his wine and trade it off for some smoke, or to trade it off and get some money to go get some smoke. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry would take specific customers and make a couple of cups for them, maybe, you know, maybe a half a gallon. It all depends how much he can get away with. Because his wine be so good that everybody want to buy it, but he ain't gonna sell it to everybody. So Chicago had approached him about buying wine and making sure he had him, you know, about 4 cups. That's 2 cups a piece, 2 for him, 2 for Righteous. And he would pay up front, get Jerry some commissary every month. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure when the wine come up to give it to him. So Jerry made the deal with him. So now Chicago and Righteous is down there. They getting drunk, man, maybe once, twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the Jerry wine, you know. So once they start getting drunk, Chicago mouth started getting looser and looser and looser, right? You know, and then like I say, he know that me and Jerry old timers, so he look at us different. You know, if Righteous is younger, he younger. Righteous probably was in his late 20s. You know what I'm saying? So Chicago will come up there and say, you gonna have the wine, you gonna have the wine on later on. And Jerry like, yeah, I'm probably gonna have it. I'm just wait till the shift change, might bring it up, this, that, and the third. You know, I got you, though, I got you. You know, either I can get it down there or make it bring it down there. You know, you ain't gotta come up here to get it because people be, you know, nosy or whatever. So he's like, all right, yeah, you bring it there, you bring it there. So, you know, and how y'all doing today? I'm gonna talk, you know, short conversation. Jerry gonna be like, look, yeah, hey, you want too much heat at the door. You gotta go. You gotta go. We'll talk to you later. Talk to you later. So he'll roll out or whatever. So I can remember when the wine came up. So he bagging all the wine up and everything. So he tell me, man, take this to Chicago, them, you know, drop this off or what name them. You know what I'm saying? He got me being a runner. I'm a runner. I'm ready to do it because I'm drinking for free. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember I take the wine down there, boop, 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 knock on Chicago, them door, right? Yo, wave your hand, because you don't just look up and nobody says. So wave my hand, come to the door. Yeah, what's up? So I say, go your stuff, man. Come on, you know, get the door open so you can grab this, because, you know, it's kind of big. I don't want to try to shove it through the door. So they get the door open. I stepped in through the doorway so I could be inside, you know, take the wine, give them wine and everything. So they get the wine and everything. So tell me some, how many he gave? I said, he gave you 4. That's what you supposed to get. He said, all right, tell him if he got any extra, we want the extra. I said, all right, I'll let him know. I don't think he'll have no extra though. But just tell him if he do, we got the money. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right. So as I'm leaving, turning around to go out, you know, I heard Chicago say to him, yeah, baby, we gonna get drunk today. So, and I know I couldn't unheard that. So I'm like, man, what? So he see when I turn around and stuff and look at me and laugh. So I just peel on out. I roll out, right? Man, they get to drinking that wine and they get drunk and Chicago come back up there, want to talk to Jerry, trying to see if he got some more, can he buy some more and everything. And you could tell he drunk as a skunk. So Jerry telling him he ain't got no more. Jerry said he got a cup and a half left that he gonna drink. So Chicago trying to offer him an astronomical amount of money just to get this one, because that's all we need. We just need one more. We down there, we lit, we drunk and all that. And Jerry like, yeah, okay, but that's what I'm trying to get there too. You know, I ain't trying to sell mine, you know what I'm saying? So he keep on offering him more and more money, and Jerry keep on saying, no, Jerry gonna stand on whatever he stand on. Money don't move him. He can't get no weed or nothing to get his little drink. He ain't tripping about all of that stuff. So Chicago talking about some, hey, man, I got my baby down there waiting on me. And Jerry said, hey, we don't want to hear that. He said, yeah, y'all know that's my baby, You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I don't know what y'all doing down there, man, but I can see right there in the future, they gonna be calling the code. That man gonna be running down there, the man gonna be beating you to death down there. And man, Chicago said, beating me to death. Man, you crazy. That's my woman. I'm the man up in there. Man, I say, what? What? Jerry said, you heard him. So we sitting there looking at this. I said, Chicago, go ahead with all that food. We ain't trying to hear all that food. I ain't lying, I'm telling you, yeah, baby, you know I ain't gonna lie. You know, I had a real man. You know, Radar, that's a real man. But nah, this my woman. I say, y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on down there, but y'all don't need no more to drink, man. Y'all go ahead. Because in my mind, I'm just thinking about, you know, seeing old boy Righteous, man, and he's standing up to dudes, and I'm talking about dudes and talking about Bethlehem playing everything. He telling me, well, I got one too, and I done seen him stand up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that is not a tell-all to be-all, because I know dudes like that too, but it just was throwing me off. And this how late I'm is in the game now. You talking about 2000s and something, 2016, 17, 18, 19, and something like that. So I know I've already been in the penitentiary a gazillion years, still can be surprised. You still can be shocked, because you can look and you be like, nah, you know, but, you know, and then I figured after everything that was going on, yeah, he definitely indulged in something, but I didn't think he was doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? He doing it, you know. So I was like, man, and I just, you know, and I told you when things like that happen, it just changed your whole perception. So now my whole perception of him is different, and I'm trying to figure out now when I interact with him how not to act like I I know this information or my perception different. Because my perception of him now is definitely different. Because there's no doubt in my mind, I'm joking, but I believe Chicago because I know Chicago know the implications for saying something like that, and it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So, and they sleep in there with them. You know, you could get killed. So, man, I was like, man, that's crazy. You know, and then the weirdest part about prison is then now it's like from that day forward, every day I looked at him, then it's like I could see it. It's like it was crystal clear. It's like somebody just say boom. And now I can see it. I can see the way he acts sometimes, even though, and he big. I mean, not like big, but I'm talking about cut up. You know, cut up, 6-pack, little chest, shoulders, you know, triceps. He cut up. He work out every day, all of that. Go out there, try to play basketball, hit the bag. He laid up in there, he's somebody's woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this is crazy. Young cat. You know, and you know, fight and everything. Stand up. Ain't gonna let you say nothing disrespectful to him without him popping off. He'll say something like, what up? I mean, what's up? What up? And you know, he took a loss or two, you know, but he gonna fight. And from my calculation, he had more wins than losses. But I remember he took a loss or two. He went in there, I think he went in there with Trent. He said something to Trent, and I think Trent gave him the business. I told y'all a video about Trent, big old black. Trent gave him the business, you know, but Trent even said it. He rumbled. You know what I'm saying? He rumbled. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, but that was just crazy when Chicago said that. That was just wild, man. And I could see it from that point on, man. And, man, as time went on, I could remember either it was the next time or the time after that. And I had to give him some wine from Jared, too. And when I took the wine down there and was giving him the wine, it was summertime, and when I get to the room, he laying on the bed with his shorts on, but he laying on his stomach like this, watching the TV, right? So Chicago come get the wine, so I give him the wine, woo, they get the wine, so I'm ready to go out. Chicago go sit right down on the bed beside him, just like this, and just start rubbing on his back. Hold it right there, right foot with the door wide open. So I'm like, man, let me get up out here. So I'm looking, make sure the police don't look, see you come out. Somebody said, boom, I peel on up out of that joint. So I know now that, I knew anyway, but I know now, confirmed it's absolute truth. I know what's going on. So, man, it was a crazy situation because then, you know, maybe it was about maybe a year, almost a year. This is going on. A year or something, or close to a year later, then Chicago get transferred to go into re-entry because they get ready to leave, and you got to do 5 months in re-entry. So Chicago get transferred, go to re-entry and everything, and now he gone. So now Righteous there now, and he been on this compound. He was on the compound before I got there. So the little reputation he had built up, did this, that, and the 30 or 5%. He work out, he'll fight, woo. Now it's going all down the drain because everything now is connected to Chicago. And now Chicago gone. So now everybody want to know what he gonna do. He just gonna come out the closet. He just gonna just say he this way or that way or whatever. So it's just crazy because now he in the cell by himself. Dudes is getting moved in the block. Dudes get moved in the cell with him. He telling people that dudes telling people that I don't want to go in the cell with him. Oh, he gay, woo. So he ended up busting the dude up because the dude came in there and the people that got in his ear telling him, man, you in the cell, dude gay, I don't know, but woo. So he go back in the cell and call himself, man, look, is you gay? Let me know because I don't want to be here, whatever, man. Righteous up, boop. Put it on. You know what I'm saying? Put it on. You know what I'm saying? End up going to jail. You know, so he go to jail. You know what I'm saying? He stay back in jail for a little bit. He come out. He come right back on the block. He was in a different cell now. Put him in the cell with another dude. But see, now he done created all this controversy behind his name. He done put a tag on his name. He done put a stigma on his name. And he got to live with it. You know what I'm saying? He got to live with it. So I remember a little while later, man, he came up there, man, to get some wine from Jerry. And Jerry went ahead and sold it to him on the strength that they used to sell it to him. So he get 2 cups from Jerry. He drank the wine. He go on about his business. He drank the wine. He come back up there about 2 hours later, drunk as a skunk. he looking for jury. Jury ain't there. So he drunk. I'm talking about visibly drunk, slurring and everything. So he tell me, man, where he at, man? Tell him I'm trying to, I'm trying to give me another joint. I got the money. Woo. I said, man, I don't even think he got no more, man. You know what I'm saying? No, man, he just probably don't want to sell it to me. I said, man, I'm telling you, I don't think he got it no more. So he said, man, come on, man, I've been buying from him, he said, I know what it is, He said, y'all look at me different now, don't it, man? Y'all look at me different. He said, I know Chicago told y'all. I know he told you. I said, he ain't tell me nothing, player. You know what I'm saying? I said, whatever he did tell me, you ain't got to worry about it, because that ain't my business. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care what y'all did. It ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, all right, okay, but I'm just saying, I'm still the same righteous man. I'm still righteous, man. This don't, treat me different, man. I said, man, you good, bro. It ain't none of my business. And he was like, all right, he gonna dap me up. You know what I'm saying? He rolled. It was awkward as I don't know what to me. I'm like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I had that information, but I ain't share the information with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing it with y'all because I ain't in there and he ain't nowhere to be found and y'all don't know him and woo, woo, woo. But I would have never said what I'm saying in the block. I would have never said it to another person. You know what I'm saying? And, I wouldn't use his real name on here. I wouldn't do none of that. The things that I'm saying is known already, and only the who's know already know. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all this information for content and to let y'all see what really goes on in the penitentiary. But everybody in the penitentiary already know everything that I'm saying. So it was a crazy situation, man. But he ended up staying in the block for a while, man. And I think he eventually got moved. He got moved to the other side of the building. And I think he did that for a change of venue. He wanted to get away from there because everything he had did with Chicago was down there. The stigma was down there, which is probably the one over there too. But he probably get less pushback because he had been in this building the longest. He had been in our part. He had previously been on the block over that side before he came to our part. So everybody down here knew him a certain way. And, in this whole building, this whole side of the yard in there, he messed that up. So he wanted to change and went on down the other side of the building, man. I mean, the other side of the compound. But it was a crazy situation, man. It's just one of them things that let you know you never know who's who in prison, man. And you can never judge a book by its cover, And even when it got a certain cover on it, man, you got to read some of the chapters before you get the gist of the story of what's going on, man. But, yeah, man, old righteous, some would say he wasn't that righteous at all, but, it is what it is, man. But, yeah, he definitely was different, man. And, I don't know what type of demons he was wrestling with. I don't know what his past is or what he had in his brain. But you can't really judge nobody for the decisions that they made for his life. Evidently, he felt like it was the right thing to do for him because he pushed everything else aside to say, I'm going to do this. So, who am I or anybody else to judge him? I'm just giving you the facts. But this is what prison would do to you, man. It will put you in these positions to make these type of decisions or whatever, or trick your mind to believe that this, that, and the third, or maybe it's that something that he might have been into all his life and nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say? It's just a mystery, man. But prison is just so pressure packed, man, that you just don't know what's going on, and you never know, man. You just gotta stay alert, man. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay to your principles, stay to your morals, and stick to your goals of getting out of prison alive, healthy, and well. You know what I'm saying? That's that main goal, man. But anyway, man, like I said, some other stories that can peek off from this. Y'all let me know, man. Talk to me in the comments. Y'all know I talk back. I appreciate y'all, man. See y'all in 24 hours. Like I say, man, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, that that whole scenario that he was in, and those incidents that he was in, and those fights, and those things could easily turn out to be deadly. You know what I'm saying? When you in the prison and you got to stand up for yourself, and you got to be physical, if you got to get in physical combat at any time with anyone, that situation right there can turn deadly, man. So luckily, man, nobody, died, nobody lost their life over a bunch of foolishness, over a bunch of other people judging other people for what decisions that they make in their life that they got to justify to somebody else because of the environment we in. Somebody could easily lose their life over that, and people do lose their life over that in prison. So, that's the blessing, man. Everybody's still alive, to the best of my knowledge. And shout out to all of them. I wish all of them well and nothing but well wishes, man. But anyway, man, I see y'all in 24 hours, man. We're on the road to 100K, man. Let's go. We need 80 first. We almost there. Put it down. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, man. Y'all like this video. Share this video. And y'all keep this stuff in rotation, man. Big love out there. Salute, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. And boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks, man. You got to know what you're seeing because you might not see what you're seeing. Bam!
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.